What more could a girl want than an hour with these two guys?
Oh, yeah.
It's 805 Live with Spike and Drew.
There we go. All right. Well, it may not be entertaining, but it is the 805 Live with Spike and Drew show for Tuesday, March 29th, 2016. This is show number 13. No, wait. 14. Yeah, 14. Because we're classy like that.
Oh, goodness.
We are class A.
Well, it's show number 14 because, like in all good hotels and boudoirs, there's no floor 13. So we go just skip past 12 or skip past 13 and go straight to 14.
I guarantee you there's in my boudoir, there's never been 13 of anything.
Oh, my goodness.
Started off like that. Yes, indeed, we are. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm thirsty, though, so...
Shall we?
Open a bar.
Let's do it.
What's up, everybody? Get out your favorite cocktail. Let's get this sucker going.
I'm Drew. He's Spike. We are your friendly hosts. Belly up to the bar. Enjoy some time with us. What do you got, buddy?
Scan a screamer, man.
B-52.
Just
To you.
too good. Cheers. Salute, everybody.
You know what's cool about that? Is we completely skipped over the part where I had to toast somebody.
Yep. Imagine that.
Aha, I skated.
You got good on that one. What are you drinking tonight there, brother?
I got my old standby, got my Irish Inn Club. What do you got?
So Saturday night, K Talent Band played at YOLO Brewery. And as I went over to my friend Kirk's house, he's like, I got something for you to try. I said, really? Because I fancy myself as pretty much tried a lot that's out there. And he said, have you ever had a Moscow Mule? And I'm like, nope. Isn't that crazy weird drink that you got to put in like a copper mug? He's like, yep. So
experiment on the fence, did he? He was ready for you?
We packed up the truck a little bit. We stopped and had one of these. We packed up a little bit more of the truck. Then maybe we had two more.
I know how that band trip goes.
So when I went to the store just now, they didn't have copper mugs at my hoity-toity Nugget. The name of the supermarket's the Nugget. It's one of the higher end places. Did not have it. So for those of you who are listening or perhaps watching, I've served my Moscow Mule in my super cool black glass. And if you are new to what a Moscow Mule is, let me tell you what that is.
Tell us, Daddy.
Packed full of ice. Always, whenever you make cocktails, to the rim, full of ice. You will respect me in the morning when you do that. Next, you're going to take one shot of vodka, put that in, and then 2 shots of ginger beer. Now, ginger beer is a non-alcoholic beer that's carbonated that, for me, just guessing, comes from ginger root.
Like a ginger ale, only different?
There you go.
Sure.
Now, on the couple of because I was totally enamored as soon as I tried my first one, in my looking around on YouTube, I saw a couple different ways to make these. And one of the ways that one of the guys made him, he did just a couple dashes of Angostura bitters. And that kind of brings out the floralness of the lime juice that you put in the final spot. So that is what I have. 1 part vodka, 2 parts ginger beer, 2 splashes of Angostura bitters, and then the fresh squeezed lime juice. And it's tasty.
You know what? I'm a little upset. You've been 2 weeks ahead of my curve for like a month now.
Curve of what? Whoa.
Oh, what Tim say? I just had my first sip of a Moscow Mule last week at we were at the dinner with the in-laws. Pop had a Moscow Mule. I said, hey, can I try that? In the copper mug with the sweat all over the outside. It was really good.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think I'm going to have to Amazon some copper mugs.
They run a little bit.
Barware.
Yeah. So it doesn't taste different to me. I mean, there's some reason about the copper mug when you have this drink. For some reason, it's the chemical, because science.
Slip it off the copper. I got you.
I think it does because it there's maybe just a tinge something different, but this is pretty good. And I tell you what, the one that Kirk made, he didn't do the Angostura bitters on it, and I did. I think I like the bitters a little bit. It gives just a little pop, and I wish I could tell you what the Angostura bitters are. I don't know. I've been a bartender for 100 years. I don't know what they are. I put them in like old fashions and stuff like that, but
and being a bartender for 100 years, can I tell you how tickled I am that the classic 50s and 60s cocktails are making a comeback?
Absolutely.
I'm loving this. I am absolutely loving it.
Except for the fact that they're drinking all our scotch.
The rat bastards. We warned them off last week. I'm sure they'll stop it.
They better, damn it.
Damn it, they
Because
better.
I got a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue that's waiting for your fucking ass to get here so we can pop that sucker.
I'll buy my Greyhound ticket in the morning.
Whatever. Don't even tease. Where was I going with that? God dang it. I had
Scotch.
I had like 8 different thoughts go through my mind at once. For those of you listening on the podcast, you are missing the stripper light is in full effect right now. Got it on a really fun little chase in the background. For those of you watching live, how are you? Check it out. The next booty on duty is Drew. So stick around for that.
Yeah, Drew says, check us out at 805liveshow.com, y'all. You guys killed it last week, last month. The numbers have been through the roof. We love you guys. Thanks a ton. All the stuff that we do, you can find us 805liveshow.com, the Twitter, the Facebook, the videos. That's where we're at.
Wow.
That was a segue.
No, it's just, I want to get into the story, but we got housekeeping stuff to do. No, I tell you what, we're gonna get to the magnets, the 805 Live with Spike and Drew magnets, because there's been a development. But first, just as we were going live, this just came across the wire. Elton John sued for sexual harassment by former security guard.
Oh my God, I actually saw a little bit of that this
morning. Did you see it?
I saw a little bit of it this morning, and I glanced by it. I was busy.
I just saw it just now. I was busy as shit today. Elton John is being sued for sexual battery and harassment by the LA Police Department Medal of Valor recipient by a Los Angeles Police Department Medal of Valor recipient who worked for several years as an off-duty security guard for the singer. The lawsuit filed Monday alleges that from 2002 to September 2014, that's 12 years. God dang. Elton John inappropriately touched, I'm not going to say the guy's name, on multiple occasions and made sexually suggestive comments, with the incidents escalating in frequency and intensity after 2010.
Dude, that's just nutty. Of all the people that I never thought that would be an issue with, Elton John's the one.
A little bit more. Oren Snyder, an attorney for John's Rocket Entertainment Group, called the lawsuit baseless and the individual disgruntled and a statement issued Tuesday. Wow.
Yeah, that's a trippy one. I'm going to be interested to see how this all plays out.
Man, oh man. Yeah, Elton John would be one of those last ones that you would ever think would be
right
caught up in some sort of scandal like that.
First one. Elton, last one. Why I picked two gay male entertainers, I don't know. I feel a little stereotypical.
So you forgot about George Michael?
Wham.
See what you did there?
The podcast, you almost missed the best spit take so far in 14 episodes.
That was funny. That got me. So Elton John.
Nice, silly English knigget.
That will be an interesting story to follow. All right. What's next?
Where's
my sheet? Did I forget my sheet? Yeah. All right. You got to feel. Hold on.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk about you and the other thing. And we talked about 805liveshow.com. So we're there. And Spike stripper lights are always a good time. If you're on the podcast, not such a good time. The fact that he can't print shit out and keep it by his desk, also not a good time. Do you have your sheet?
I have my sheet.
No, we were talking sheet about you while you were gone.
Imagine that. Okay. I don't know. Do you want to do this or do you want me to do it?
No, you take this away because you're going to have to deliver it.
So, okay. So we have some swag that we've been trying to give away. Nice dump.
Trying to give away our virginity. We just can't manage it.
Yeah.
Come on, not even a chuckle?
Nope.
Nope.
805 Live with Spike and Drew magnets. Nice, big, healthy size magnets. We had asked about, I'm going to have to hit my mute button because I got a cough again. I'd asked everybody to send in a video of what you drink while you listen. And okay, so some of you are probably a little shy. One person isn't, and that's our buddy Vinnie.
Vinnie P, you are not shy in the least, brother.
That no, go ahead and
Vinnie
tell
got a little video today. Apparently, Vinnie listens to us at work, though. Sad Panda Vinnie has to drink water while he listens to 805 Live with Spike and Drew.
Vinnie, that's pretty awesome. So we'll have to arrange a time for you and I to meet up, and you will get an 805 Live magnet.
Yep, and since he lives in your backyard, you guys will have to meet at YOLO.
Yeah, I was thinking YOLO too, but I don't know if I want to wait a whole month. I mean, we play there again in April.
You can go there when you're drumming. Well,
there's that, I guess.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell them what we talked about, what we're going to do then.
Yeah. What we talked about is morphing the giveaways. We've still got magnets. We've still got the mouse pad. And to be perfectly greedy and honest, the thing that benefits us the most is if you guys would take a minute or two, head over to iTunes and give us a rating. Mike reminded me to tell you that it needs to be a good rating or we will cry and not give you swag.
Yeah. Head on over to iTunes.
The show.
Head on over to iTunes, subscribe if that's the most advantageous way for you to listen to the show. And if it's not, I still think you can give us a review. So yeah, please, positive review. We were going to buy your vote. Spike and Drew 2016. We're going to buy your vote.
We will buy your vote right now with cheap swag and love.
I love cheap swag. See what I did there?
I did see what you did there.
We got some viewers. I see we got about a little bit more than a handful, but that's all right.
Then wait a minute, is that a waste?
No. Oh, wait a minute. I know what you
Ba-dum-bum.
see. I'm shaking. I know you don't like it when I shake my drink, but
I'll edit it out in the podcast, but it's a pain in my ass, so thank you.
that's a good goddamn drink, though, man.
I hope you've got two, because that's a small drink.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to take the time to make a second, so I'll have to try to stretch that out a little bit. That's what she
There's a
said.
beat bottle behind that mouse pad. You can swig if you need to.
Right?
Yep.
Boop.
Boop. Boop. Hey, tell me a story, Spike Daddy.
So, it must have been Saturday morning, and I'm checking my messages, and one of the attorneys that I used to work with sent me a message saying, "Kiss collection, $15," and then gave an address. So, like, immediately, because I'm the whore that I am for these guys, I like rub my eyes and I'm like, I respond back. I'm like, "Are you there right now? What is it?" And I didn't get a response. And I'm like, "Ugh." So I, jump out of bed and throw on, my cap. And I'm like, "Okay, we got to find this place." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And I tell her, "Kiss collection, $15. I'm like, I'm not expecting a whole lot, but it's one of those things where if they've only got it priced for 15, there might be something in there that's worth something. So I get on the Google, as one does, and I input the address, and it's 2 blocks away from me. Nothing? Are you still just listening?
I'm wrapped in my attention to the story.
So
Shocked.
we
2 mere
what's that?
blocks away from your domicile. I am shocked.
Okay, I'm glad that I asked if you were still listening. And so head on over there, and I don't see anything that looks like what would be a collection per se. And I said to the guy and gal sitting there, I said, "Well, I heard that you've got a Kiss collection for sale." He's like, "Oh, well, yeah, that over there." So it's not exactly what I thought, but it is a collection of sorts. Unopened box set. An unopened box set. What I'm doing right now for you listeners of the podcast, I'm showing you my pristine condition, still wrapped Kiss box set.
Black.
It traverses their whole career from demos from the onset back in '73 up until I think it was 2000 something.
Dude, what's that thing go for on eBay? Because I know your whore ass has checked it.
So I saw one for listed at 200 and something, but I've also seen them listed at like 50. Either way, Daddy made out good on this one.
Hell yeah, you did. Do you have that one also in an unwrapped condition?
I do, but it's
So now you've got one you can sell, or not.
well, that's just that one's just going into the collection. But the one that I bought when it first came out was limited edition. I wish I wouldn't have opened it.
Of course you do.
See, it's in a kind of a
Flight case.
teeny tiny flight case.
Gotcha.
And if I very gently try to do this for the listeners, I'm opening. Oh, see, very cool.
You know that there's a show about you guys, right?
What's that?
Hoarders.
I'm not hoarding. Does it look like I'm hoarding? I can still kind of walk around my office.
There you go. So you're absolutely not a hoarder.
So that's a good garage sale find. So we buy that, and we decided to kind of walk the long way back home, and then we walked past another garage sale, and so we go and take a look, and he's got a Black Knight pinball machine. Do you remember that?
Black Knight. I'm trying to remember.
kind of one of the first digital ones that came out. Big. It looked like the cover of Molly Hatchet.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So that was kind of cool, but totally not my thing. But then I also saw a couple framed pieces of artwork, and I said, well, those look like good frames. I said, how much? He says, you take both of them for $5. I'm like, all right, score. Look that up on eBay. $189 for each of those prints.
What are they?
God. Huh?
Prints of what?
I actually have them out in the living room, so I'm not going to be able to show them. They're it's kind of just, what did you say?
You can describe them.
They're it's, I don't want to say avant-garde, but it's kind of like watercolor-ish looking things. I think it's called Street Life 1 and Street Life 2.
So are they on eBay now for your
Nice. But there, I didn't see anybody bidding on them. So it's one of those things where, that's what the asking price is for if you're selling them, but nobody's really buying them.
I gotcha.
So a couple good deals at the garage sale.
Nice. Lovely spring weather in sack of tomatoes. You and the missus walking hand in hand.
Well, let's not get crazy now. It wasn't that.
Young Cabo for a stroll.
Oh, well, okay. Now that's a whole nother thing, because it was a week ago tonight that little boy jumped off the couch,
bumped
yelled, did something, man. Oh my goodness. Yelled out just in one of those doggy yelps that you just know something's not good. And so we watched him for the rest of the night, and whenever he's not feeling good, he's got a couple different hiding places and kind of different ways that he acts. And yeah, they were both in full effect. So I just took him to the vet, and that in and of itself, we've gone to the same vet for a few times now. And we had a new doctor this time, and I was a little unsure about her. She wanted to take some x-rays, wanted to sedate him, said, just, you can go ahead and go home. It'll be a couple hours and we'll call you back. 6 hours later, I'm like, I can't stand it anymore. I'm going to call them. Oh yeah, we got really busy. Just come on in and get him. And I'm just like,
folks, and can I interject right here? My boy Spike, I was definitely holding my boy's hand through this ordeal. There was more trauma than you know.
How do you figure that?
Well, I had to prop you up a little bit. We had
So went and got him. She was showing me the x-rays, and she's like, well, the x-rays look good. He's got a little bit of arthritis going on.
Like, who doesn't?
And right. Blood work was okay, but she wanted to have a radiologist or whoever look at the x-rays the next day. Gave him a bunch of pain pills and muscle relaxants, which I've still kept from trying, but I'll let him have all the fun.
You're not regarding his drugs, are you?
No, he's having all the fun, because let me tell you, in the morning he gets a half a tablet of one and half a tablet of another, but then in the evenings, half a tablet of one, half a tablet of another, but then he gets a little oral something
gratification.
A little syringe, yeah, no, a little syringe, and I think whatever's in that thing puts him out.
OUT.
Yeah, because he would after the first night, he was like, he never really snuggles up to Ashley at night when he sleeps or whatever, but that must have been the last place he was, because he was conked out.
I wonder if she'd put me under and give me x-rays. Take y'all. That's 2.
I got a broken wing, Bubba. Got a broken wing. Fix my wing, Bubba.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
And actually, when I went out to go grab my my little list here, my little shit list, I didn't see him anywhere, so I'm guessing he's probably outside frolicking. That's where I hope he is anyway.
Snuggle up to your wife's boobs high as a kite. One of the two.
Nope, I think she's hanging out with firemen again tonight, so that's another story.
All right. We haven't done a single story on this episode of 805 Live with Spike and Drew.
A single what?
Story. We have covered zero news.
Well, no, because it's more lifestyle. It's about us. It's about things.
I like that. It's the me episode.
So, what about Easter? What did you do anything on Easter?
You know, we did. We hung out at the in-law rents.
In-law rents?
The in-law rents. Yep.
Okay.
We hung out there, and we did. Ray Ray's mom and pop have this evil thing that they do where they hide Easter baskets for the kids. Actually, they've always hidden them for the kids and us. Only this year, and us, Ray and I.
Oh my!
Thankfully, this year they stopped doing it for us, and it's just the kids. And they put these clues out on a little 3x5 card, and they'll say, "Blah blah blah." I'm in the center C. Blah blah blah. And, okay, then you look into the piano keyboard, and there's a hint. And thankfully, this goes on for an hour. It is the most amusing thing watching these kids run around trying to figure out what the hell these clues mean. So yeah, that was our Easter. Did the meal and the amusing watch the kids run around like chickens with their heads cut off.
What does an Easter basket going for these days?
You know, I couldn't tell you what the value of an Easter basket is, but I can tell you there is always.
I'm not saying value. I'm not saying value. I'm like, what's the haul on an Easter basket these days?
Allow me to back up.
Okay.
So Ray and I went looking for chocolate Easter bunnies the day before Easter because, frankly, one must put chocolate Easter bunnies in the basket.
Now, did we have this discussion? No, hollow ones or solid ones?
That was a fill it up with booze hollow discussion, so I don't think it pertained to the kids.
Gotcha.
So here in Sioux City, Iowa, we have a famous candy maker, Palmer's Candies, maker of the Twin Bing. Ooh, right? So we go to Palmer's Candies. Ray and I go to Palmer's Candies on Saturday prior to Easter. We're going to get a couple chocolate bunnies. I'm just going to cut to the chase here. When they rang my card up, I believe the 2 chocolate bunnies, the snack mix, the raspberry covered chocolate thingy dingies, it was about $75-$80 is what I.
What?
Yes. I even passed up the truffle salt.
Wait a minute. 2 chocolate bunnies, you said?
2 chocolate bunnies.
And what else?
The sesame wasabi pea snack mix.
Okay.
Soup mixes. Raspberry jellies covered with chocolate sticks. Probably $25 worth of truffles that we've actually eaten one of. It was we have a problem. A little bit of a problem.
Yeah. Our problem.
And we went to the liquor store where we bought a Sapphire. It was $100 trip for 2 bunnies.
Oof.
Oofters.
We've had to pretty much ban Oreos from Casa de Lucas. Because Daddy do some damage on some Oreos.
Oh yeah, then there was the cheese ball mix. It was a. I love Palmer's Candies. I don't want to go there much because it's expensive.
I might have to have you send me a Twing Bang, man.
A Twing Bing. I will send you.
That I can remember those being pretty. I can't, and the thing of it is, I can't for the life of me can't remember what exactly they are right now.
They are a little cherry mountain covered in chocolate with nuts.
That's it.
Yeah.
And coconut frosting, right?
Oh my God, those things are so goddamn good.
Oh.
So that was the story of my expensive Saturday. Let me tell you my story of my expensive. What's today's Tuesday? It's going to be my expensive Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay.
I have taken 2 lukewarm showers in a row.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. See, the pilot light on my sorry-ass water heater won't stay lit.
I thought they fixed that.
No, that was the furnace.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
yeah. So tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to trot my happy ass down to Home Depot and say, hi, let me have an on-demand water heater. Oh, and would you install it and haul off the old one? So I'm thinking this is going to be $1,500 by the time she's all said and done.
Oh, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Ouch.
Oh, daddy.
That could buy a good mixer.
That could buy an audio and video mixer, both
Both.
of them.
Oh, man.
That's gonna
That sounds like a good weekend. I think we didn't do anything for Easter, I don't think. We went and got some groceries, and then I ended up not fixing what I had intended. Okay,
Hey,
yes.
can I interrupt you to stop, take a look, and listen?
Stop, look, and listen.
With the
Are
shot,
we doing that? Are we doing that?
a 50% point, brah.
For those of you listening on the podcast, Mr. Drew has stopped the show because it is time to do another shot. So if you're listening at home, go ahead and grab an adult beverage.
And here, hold on, brother. This one, I actually have a toast. Here is to the goat head. And
what's the goat head?
Papa Zebra will know, and you saw the obituary the other day. A famous individual from the place we are from.
Right. See, we do a talk show, so go ahead and talk about who you're talking about.
I wanted to be a little cryptic, but apparently...
All right. Well, no, okay, that's fine. So he's being cryptic. So you're doing a shot to somebody. There you go.
Go ahead.
Yummy.
Okay, we can go back to the shopping trip now because I feel better.
Not that exciting, and there's a few things on here I would like to get to.
Well, pick one to start.
Well, for those of you who are annual, who are regular listeners, you know that the curse is still alive and well.
Holy.
And when we say this, in all sincerity, we feel badly for those that have passed, and we wish them well, wish their families well and all. But it would be amiss of me to say that the curse is still alive and well, especially with today's announcement of Patty Duke. Patty Duke, all you had to do was pay us to not broadcast, and you might be alive today.
Do you remember Patty Duke?
I have no idea.
You don't?
She was in something called Sisters that my stepmother used to watch. Is the only thing I can remember it.
That's what it was.
Okay.
And Disney to this day is still using this routine where they will take one actress and have her play identical cousins or sisters or whatever. That was...
If it's a recipe that works, just keep making it, right?
Exactly. And Disney is still beating the shit out of it.
And the one that shocked a lot of people was Gary Shandling kicking it.
Holy shit. Yeah, Gary was only
60?
66.
And the thing about Gary is he called in his own 911, didn't he?
I saw something about that. How messed up is that deal, dude?
So we feel bad about the loss.
Right.
I just want to preface it. We feel bad. But we're trying to make light of a situation, and so there's no disrespect intended. Just to take care of that.
Also, Joe Garagiola started off this week in the celebrity death column. Former Today Show host, baseball player, and announcer. An all-around great guy. Joe kicked it at 90, though, so he had a happy long one.
See what you did there?
Boom.
Happy long one. I need to pull this one up because I want to get all of the... See what I did there? So this coming 12 hours ago on the wires, nurse surrenders license after taking pictures of patient's penis.
I'm at cross points on this one.
Did you read this news article?
I pulled it up. See what I did there?
See what you did.
And I got stuck immediately upon seeing the picture of the really hottie, blue-eyed, blonde-haired nurse.
Right?
Which put me at cross points. Because frankly, I have to say, were it me in the coma, I'm kind of thinking, really? You took a picture of my junk? Sweet.
For those of you who don't know, here's the story. A New York nurse who took pictures of an unconscious patient's penis turned in her nursing license according to the New York State Education Department. The state accepted Kristen Johnson's request to surrender her license according to March 17th statement. Johnson, quote, did not contest the charge of moral unfitness in the practice, unquote, the Education Department said. Johnson was arrested in May of 2015 after investigation concluded that she took pictures of 2 patients at Upstate University Hospital in 2014 and sent them to her co-workers. What the heck? Johnson initially faced a felony charge, but her sentence was reduced after she agreed to give up her license as part of the plea deal. She will also serve 3 years of probation for taking the unlawful surveillance pictures, WRGB TV reported.
I'm sorry, I got hung up on Johnson a couple times.
So did she, apparently.
Apparently, it was an impressive pair of Johnsons. Either that or non-impressive pair of Johnsons, which is where I get hung up.
Well, this is, and that, because it's not in the story, it doesn't say what drew her to take these pictures. I mean, if they were unconscious, they weren't ready for
prime time.
They weren't camera ready, so to speak.
You don't know. You've had nighttime happiness, right?
But not unconscious nighttime happiness.
How do you know you was unconscious, bitch?
Well, there's that.
Right. I feel like this. If they were pitiful little Donald Trump nighttime penises, then maybe she should have been fired. If they were impressive as hell nighttime penises,
so you're saying that
I'm just saying, I'm breaking it down for real.
You're saying that the size depends on her sentence?
If the glove,
not the size of the sentence, it's the amount of probation.
If the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Have you been watching that? I asked you this last time.
God, I haven't been watching. I've watched a couple synopses.
Did you DVR them?
I saw a thing on ET, I think, talking about it. It was a collage of the Marcia Clark facial expressions that just busted me up.
Dude, that actress kills it as Marcia Clark.
Nice.
She kills it and wraps it up in a bow. That chick, oh my God. I got to get her name because she's dynamite.
Dude, I know we're done with this story, but I don't want to click off of it because her picture is just so nice. The penis nurse is who I'm talking of.
Oh, man.
All right, she's got to go.
People versus O.J. Simpson.
We have other stories actually on the list, brah.
I know. We're just talking stuff.
I'm just saying.
Okay, cast crew. Sarah Paulson. She was in America Horror Story and one of my favorite shows, Live from Sunset Strip, Live from Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh?
I hear the garage door.
Oh, busted. Your little friend doing that thing you do.
No. Who is it, Baba? Who's here?
Mikey's going to jump up. He's got a sore back.
I wish whenever he hears the garage door, it's Pavlov's dog thing. Okay, so we talked about that. Okay, now this is one we absolutely have to talk about. Axl Rose and ACDC.
Oh, I got tricked on that story.
And you tricked me into it too, because you were dead set, thought you were serious.
And you know, I pride myself on not getting sucked into the parody sites, the parody news sites. And there's some truth to this story. There's also some non-truth to this story. Axl seriously is probably going to be the singer for the next 12 suspended ACDC shows.
I don't think so.
I think he is. And to that part, I think it's true. He's strolled out of the studio with ACDC. I think he's probably going to cover the last 12 shows.
GNR is playing Coachella, and then they're doing a whole tour. I think if Axl jumped the ship, that Duff and Slash would be talking all kinds of mad crap, because
by crap you mean
right. Well, don't take it away. I just want you to try a sip.
We have guest appearances by guest drinkers.
Yeah, she's just getting in. So I think the parody site that you heard probably isn't too far from some sort of truth. Now, the parody site that Drew's talking about is, they were talking about how they're in talks of having ACDC open for GNR. And as much as you think it's parody, the more I thought about that one of those two things is true. One is going to open for the other, I think.
Well, and we did see the Patience clip that Duff posted, GNR posted, and ACDC or GNR did announce a buttload of shows.
Right.
Their tour.
And I can't decide if I want to go, because they said San Francisco is going to be one of them. And I'm like,
dude, how do you not want to go?
Because money, because they're going to charge so much.
Yeah. And over $1 billion, I saw, was the estimated take on this tour. So
yeah, they got a bunch of people to pay, though, once they get that $1 billion.
So here, let me explain the rest of how I got took. And what I saw was a news article saying ACDC is going to open for GNR on all these tour dates. Axl was going to sing lead for both bands. Mike was, how is rat-ass voiced Axl Rose going to sing 2 shows a night? That's where I got took.
See, and I pulled that up because I recorded that on the Diver the other night.
On the Diver.
Actually, it was quite a while ago, actually, but I still have it on there. Axl Rose with his version of GNR, which was like the guitar player named Bumblebee or whatever the fuck his name is, and DJ Asaba, who's a fucking killer guitar player, and then 4 other nobodies. And good Lord, that boy's voice was sore. He was just so sore.
I don't know how he's going to cover the GNR dates. Honest to God.
I don't either.
Do ACDC. Although honestly, Roach voice is probably better.
I don't think ACDC is going to have him sing. I don't see it happening. There's far too many vocalists out there right now that can fill that spot.
I mean, so many people that could.
So I don't see how they can. If his singing was on point right now, I'd absolutely see it. But it's not, and everybody's saying it on all the different message boards and all the different articles that come out. When you look at the comment section, everybody's like, I saw him on the such and such tour a few years ago, and it's just nothing. And they're all right.
Well, and you've seen the YouTube clips. Home Slice, he wasn't dependable to start with, but at least his vocals were there. Now he couldn't sing his way out of a wet paper sack.
It is interesting.
I think the GNR tour itself is nothing but a cash grab. I'll be honest.
But it's going to grab it. It's going to grab all of it.
You're damn right it will.
Because all of those people that grew up in that era, us being one of them, now have disposable cash.
And that's exactly why this is going to be a $1 billion tour.
It'll be interesting to find out. Hey, do you have 10 questions for me? It's about 10 to 8.
Have we wasted that much time?
It's not wasted. It's been a great show, I think.
And by wasted, I mean enjoyed so much time together.
Nice.
I'm glad we had
Way to cover that.
Together.
It's time to play the game you like. It's time to play. Let's Stump Spike.
Okay, so I almost feel guilty for last.
No, don't.
I said almost, which means not really. I almost feel guilty.
Apparently, Mrs. Lucas was yelling at her iPod when she was hearing me suck all the fucking balls on that one. Because she's smarter than I am, and she got a lot of them right.
The Great Wall of China was 6,000 kilometers.
So what do you got for us today there, big shooter?
I have the last one on my list is an 80s trivia.
Oh, thank God.
That shall be a little more in your wheelhouse than the general trivia of last week.
Okay.
10 questions. I crack the whip. You make the trip.
Nice.
All right. Question number 1.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong sound, isn't it?
It's going to blow up there in a second.
That's the one. That's the one I used.
It's way more better, Daddy.
Because then when I'm thinking, it's...
Right. And then when you're in the bathroom, it's... Can I just say right now that when you put together the If You Missed the Show clip...
Is that the one that you want?
Oh, I so want that one.
All right.
All right. Question number 1. Who... I say, boy. You gonna do it again?
No. It's 7:52.
Again, are you? Question number 1. Who was the lead singer of the Police? Sting, Robert Smith, Billy Joe, or Dickie Barrett?
That would be Sting.
All righty. Cheap bastard. Question number 2, which is not a song.
Sorry. I won't do it. I promise I won't do it because it takes too much time.
Which is not a song by the Police. A, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic. B, King of Pain. C, oh, this is hard. Do, da, da.
To do, da, da.
Bless you. Or D, The Impression That I Get.
D, The Impression That I Get.
You're probably right. Question number 3. Let's run into that again. Question number 3. Not a kid. Which movie was made in the 80s?
Oh.
A, The Breakfast Club. B, Revenge of the Nerds. C, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Or D, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
Oh, my. I'm going to say Star Wars A New Hope.
Sure. We can do that. Get your finger on the button.
I do.
Okay. Question number 4. Hot Shot was one of the names of the original Transformers. True or false?
I'll say false.
All right, gotcha. Question number 5. What 1980s sitcom was Tony Danza in? A, Who's the Boss? B, Family Ties? C, Different Strokes? Or D, Full House?
A, Who's the Boss?
That was dramatic for no reason. All right, question number 6. I like question number 6. What was the exact speed the car in Back to the Future had to travel to go through time? A, 86 miles an hour, B, 88 miles an hour, C, 101 miles an hour, or D, 187 miles an hour?
The Backstreet Boys. What?
Hanging tough,
Back to
yeah.
the Future. Gotcha. I'm going to say B, 88 miles per hour.
All right, Signor. Wait a minute. What is show number 14 for our Spanish-speaking listeners?
Oh, no.
I know.
Oh,
Are you Googling your ass off right now? While you Google, I shall ask question number 7.
do that then.
Question number 7. Wait a minute. Question number 7.
I can't do it at the same time.
You can't even chew gum and walk.
I can't do 2 windows at the same time. Suck it.
Did Richard Nixon bring down the Berlin Wall? Yes or no?
No.
All righty.
Hold it.
Question number 7.
Hold it.
14 for our Spanish listeners.
Mostrar el número 14 para nuestros oyentes de habla hispana.
Did you say 14?
Show number 14 for our Spanish-speaking listeners.
What is 14 in Spanish?
Oyentes.
Oyentes. All right. That's
Vinny,
good.
did I say that right? Make sure you send me a thing.
He will beat your ass.
Nuestros oyentes de Hispana. All right.
Pretend I just said question number 8.
Okay.
What color were the tigers on the cover of Michael Jackson's Thriller? A, orange, B, white, C, orange with black stripes, or D, yellow?
That's a very tricky question, Monsieur. Mr. Bond. I'm going to say orange with black stripes.
Hucky ducky. Which brings us screaming and scrabbling into question number 9. And might I say, I have no idea what screaming and scrabbling means.
That's all right. It was a good pull. You said it with conviction.
I threw it right out there. Question number 9. What color did the ghosts have to be for Pac-Man to eat them? A, blue, B, teal, C, red, or D, pink?
A, blue.
And can I just say I was watching your stripper lights chase through all of those colors as you thought?
Was that pretty interesting? Was it like my thought bubble or something?
It was kind of good. I'm not going to lie. I like it. Question number 10. Ooh, look at you combining sounds. Question number 10. What were the names of the Blues Brothers? A, Jake and John, B, Jake and Elwood, C, John and Elwood, or D, George and Ringo?
Well, I would like to do a visual on this one.
Oh my God. Talk about your wheelhouse. Now you messed up your spit shield.
For those of you listening on the podcast, I stood up and I turned around and showed him who it was because I'm wearing my Hollywood Blues Jake shirt. That would be Jake and Elwood.
And can I just say, I was positively frightened that you were going to stand up, turn around, and flash us. Any guesses, my brother?
How'd I do?
Yeah. How'd you
I
do?
think I did 100. I think I did 100%.
You're wrong. You did 80% more.
What'd I miss? Was it that stupid Michael Jackson one?
Let's find out. You knew that Sting was the lead singer of the Police.
Right.
You knew that The Impression That I Get was not a Police song. You knew that Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, could not have happened in the 80s. You did not know that Hot Shot was not a name of the original Transformers. Nope, not Hot Shot. You knew that Tony Danza was in Who's the Boss. You also knew that you had to go exactly 88 miles an hour in order to time travel.
What did I miss?
You knew Richard Nixon did not bring down the Berlin Wall.
Right.
you did not know that the Tigers were white. Wah, wah.
Oh.
So those are your
Michael Jackson, that racist bastard.
racist. You knew that ghosts had to be blue in order for Pac-Man to eat them. You also knew that the Blues Brothers were Jake and Elwood.
So what was the second one I missed?
Second one was the color of the Tigers. The first one you missed was Hot Shot, not a Transformer.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't a Transformer guy.
Transformer, no.
Holy moly, look at the hands on the clock.
8:05, it's time to rock.
See what you did there?
Right.
See what you did there.
Hey, a little foreshadowing. I told you about this. We're actually going to do an 8:05 live episode at 8:05 in June.
In June?
In June. I will be in the Mountain Time Zone, whereupon we will endeavor to do a show at 8:05.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, it is.
Super.
That'll be fabulous.
All right, kids, look at the time on the clock. It's about that time again. It's time for last call for alcohol. You can't stay. You can't go home, but you can't stay here. Tip your bartenders, tip your waitresses, return to the stewardesses for their upright position. Party at 408 Burley, as always. Make good chases, good deeds. We did this out of order, but that's okay. Last call for alcohol. Who's your last call to?
I would say my last call is to the road crew here in the Midwest who are busy shoveling piles into the chuck holes created by all the snow heave. And my God, those guys are busy.
Yeah, because you guys got a freaking buttload of snow.
Oh, my God. Can I just say that it was 65 degrees today? 2 days ago, three now, we got 17 inches of fucking snow.
Man, and like earlier in the week, it was 70 degrees or something, right?
Yeah, it's the spring in the Midwest, y'all.
Damn. So yeah, we'll do a little salute to those guys. Those are hard workers.
Yes, indeed. Who's your last call to?
My last call is going out to, because I love my dog so much, and everybody knows that. There's not even any remote inkling of doubt of that.
You have a picture of your arm?
I do. Boop.
There it is.
But yeah, Mary Catherine Reese over at the VCA hospital on Jefferson here in West Sacramento. I want to thank her for making me pay $500 to say, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a thing. Here's to Mary Catherine.
But she at least took good care of my boy, and he's here, and he's getting a little bit more perkier, but, still on the mend. So this is going out to Mary.
Here you go. All right, guys. It's been a fun time. Come back, hang out with us in a week. My name is Drew.
My name is Spike, but real quick, head over to iTunes, give us a 5-star review, and write a little something, please. We got some swag we want to give away. Let's do that. So everybody, have a good, outstanding, safe weekend. Make good choices. Please do good deeds. See ya.
805 Live with Spike and Drew is copyright 2016. Please read and follow all label directions. The views and opinions of Spike and Drew should not be taken as legal advice. No animals were harmed in the shooting of the stock medical. Okay, culture over minor injury. 29 City, 45 Highway. Your results may vary. Hooters would really like it if you'd sponsor us. Warning, spelling errors in this message are the product of a poor school system. Pay your teachers more than athletes. Does this handkerchief smell like chloroform to you? The product is meant for educational purposes only. Resemblance to real persons living or dead is purely coincidental. Where prohibited, some assembly required. List each check separately by bank number. Batteries not included. Contents may settle during shipment. Use only as directed. No other warranty expressed or implied. Do not use while operating in motor vehicle or heavy equipment. Postage will be paid by addressee. Apply only to affected area. For erections lasting more than 4 hours, call a hooker. May be too intense for some viewers. For recreational use only. All models over 18 years of age. If condition persists, consult your physician.